Hi, everybody. Nice to be with you. 7:20 in the morning. Love Doctor on the air.
Hey, what's going on, Barstow?
Hi, Coach.
Good morning, sir. Appreciate you having me on, man.
How you doing? You good?
Oh, I'm great, man. Sorry about this morning.
No, you're fine. Thank you, sir. All right. Hey, we got Coach Clay on the line and the head coach of the Barstow Aztecs. All right, let's talk about the last game, Victorville. Tell us a little bit about that game that you played for the Axe. You won that game, but go ahead.
Oh, man, just proud of our kids, man. Just nothing. We talked about this last week, right? The biggest thing was just keeping them focused, leading all the way up to the game. But, the kids are staying focused all week. They got in there. They executed on all three levels. I mean, hats off to them. They're out there doing all the hard work. So it was just very special to win the 100th Axe game, right? So that's huge for our town, for our city, for our community. So I'm just proud of our kids.
Talking to Coach Clay, the head coach of the Aztecs. So, Coach, you get that axe back. Have you painted the axe? Have you repainted it?
No, not yet. We're in the phase of trying to design it at the moment. We want it to be real special. So it's going to go through a design phase, and then once we're done designing it, the seniors will look at it, approve of it, and then we can get the paint job done.
So they when they get the axe, they paint it. So you paint it, and then when Victorville gets it, they repaint it. Is that what happens?
Usually, I mean, it's up to the school. It's their choice. They can either paint it or wrap it, right? So Victor Valley, it's wrapped on there. So we rip the wrap off, and then we just go through the phase of figuring out what it's going to look like.
Okay, cool. Talking to Coach Clay, head coach of the Barstow Aztecs. So you guys you're 6-2 right now. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay, and then you go into you're off this week, and then you play Silverado and you close out with Granite Hills. Those are both home games.
Yeah, man, it's a good opportunity for our community, right, to come out and really show their support in the stands for our Aztecs. So, I mean, we're feeling good this week with the bye week, much needed rest. It came at the right time. So, we're just out there practicing and making sure that our kids stay fluid throughout this bye week.
Who do you like? Anyone you can talk about as far as, I know you're always pushing the team. Anyone particular you can talk about that highlight in that game there, that Victorville game?
Oh, man, I think for our offensive side of the ball, it's going to be Dwayne Williams, right? That kid was lights out. I mean, 177 yards passing. It's really hard from a defensive standpoint, because I think you and I talked about this early on. I'm a defensive guy, right? It's really hard to game plan for a quarterback who can throw and run. So I think the highlight for this week, definitely on the offensive side, is going to be Dwayne. Defensive side as a unit, man, those guys play hats off. And then special teams, Elijah Saunders and Deegan Cardenas, they came through big time for us.
You see you've been checking out the brotherly shove that Philadelphia is using, the brotherly shove, and they're also calling it the tush push. Sometimes they're calling it the booty scooty. That's the play that Philadelphia is using, that they're lining up the two backs behind the quarterback. It's kind of like a quarterback sneak, but they're using the two backs to push the backside of the quarterback forward.
Yeah, and I've seen that play. The only thing with the CIF level here with our rules and regs is we cannot push the ball carrier in from the back. So we cannot assist ball carrier from the backside, pushing them into the end zone or to get a first down. So that wouldn't work here at our level, but some people still do it, right? So it just depends if the ref calls it or not.
Well, so I was thinking, man, you put the refrigerator, I put 44 back there to push the quarterback, or make him the quarterback and push him. So what do you... Excuse me. So talking to Coach Clay, the head coach of the Aztecs, you're coming up against, you're in league play now. So you got Silverado and you got Granite Hills. Now, Silverado, they're the returning champions?
Correct.
Okay, so that's a team that you're going to have to beat.
Correct.
You want to win all of them, but that's a team I think you're going to have to beat, right? Is that about right?
Oh, yeah. We're staying focused one game at a time. The focus right now is Silverado. And, Coach Caron there, he does an amazing job at, keeping his kids ready. And he's been in this game for a very long time, and he's been successful for a very long time. So we're not overlooking that one bit. We plan on just treating that game like any other game and coming in and executing on all three levels.
When you do a bye like that, Coach, do you you take off, or you go on a vacation, or you? I know I'm just playing with you, but you're out there practicing like usual, right?
Yeah, so it's a limited practice schedule, only 2 days, Tuesday and Thursday this week. It's a really light practice, right? So this is the opportunity to get them out of their pads and just really just be just be able to go out and freely play, but still stay in shape, right? We don't want them sitting around for a week doing nothing, so that's why we still schedule practices. As far as free time, I don't know what that is at this point of the year. And, all hats off to my wife and kids who continue to support me at home, so that way I can do what I do here at Barstow High School.
We're going to talk to former longtime professional football coach, NFL, USFL, XFL, Carolina Panthers, New York Giants, New Orleans Saints, at 9:15 this morning. And, Coach, we're going to talk to Coach Skipper about PTSD regarding coaches.
Oh, man, that's a huge topic. And you said that's coming on at 9:30?
9:15. Hopefully you can check that out, because that's an important conversation. I didn't know this was happening.
Oh, yeah, it's huge, right? Even when coaches leave the coaching field, right? It happens. And I've spoken to a few coaches that, they're kind of going through their journey as well. So, yeah, it is a very tough subject to talk about, but it's needed, right? So hats off to you guys for getting that scheduled.
Yeah, we're going to talk to Coach Skipper about PTSD, and I tell you, he told me some strange things, getting up in the middle of the night, screaming, going for a pass, giving out instructions. It's kind of funny, but it's not. He's thrown himself up against a wall and hurt himself. Yes, PTSD, we're going to talk about that. Coach Clay, all right, give us some final words here. We've got about 30 seconds. What do you think?
Yeah, man, looking up to next week's game, Silverado, big game for us. I believe it's a Friday game next week, if I'm not mistaken. I'll get the correct information for you guys. It's going to be on our Instagram page. I do want to give a shout out to all of our coaches and coaches' spouses who continue to support the coaches, right? As well as our Booster Club, Activities Office, and Barstow High School. And last but not least, K-Duck, appreciate you guys for all the love and the platform that you guys give us every week for our kids. Love you guys, man.
Thank you, Coach. Love you, all right? Win, win, win.
Yes, sir.
See you later. Thank you.
Anything else?
Coach Clay, he's beautiful. I love this cat. We're talking about PTSD as affecting coaches. That's a year-round job. It's not just like football time. Hang around. It's about 9:15 this morning. 7:27. K-Duck in the morning. Thanks, Coach.